The strategy for this mission is very unusual. You get to your vehicle that you want to keep in memory. Watch out not to fall into the water. I'm a little bit too enthusiastic, and with the rain it could have ended very bad. But fortunately I just fall off the PCJ and nothing happens. So when you get to the vehicle you want to keep in memory, the fish van has only 2 seats. One is occupied by Tony, so only one Leonie fits in there. I killed the nearest 2, or at least I killed the nearest Leonie and pick one up, but because this mission requires you to get rid of all 3 blips by either picking them up or killing them, I kill 2, the first 2, and pick up the 3rd one. This mission is bullshit in 2 ways. The first one is that it deletes your vehicles, so you have to take them with you all the time. And the second thing is that you get a wanted level that's pretty high, and you have to keep the vehicle with you all the time. This makes it really hard to pull the whole thing off. When you get to the marker, don't go straight into the marker, but rather get the armor so you don't die in the next few seconds. After the cutscene ends, just kill the drug dealers, try not to die at your own, and then lose your water level by not losing the vehicles that you want to leave in memory. When the wanted level part is cleared, the rest is easy. You can just double drive your 2 vehicles to the garage where you're supposed to put the Patriot into. For the mission, you don't actually have to put the Patriot. You don't actually have to lose the wanted level to put the Patriot into the garage. But it is pretty much easier because your other vehicle won't get destroyed by a 3-star wanted level. In the few times it took me to get the vehicle that you see there on screen, I figured that bailing out is a good tactic because you can see where this vehicle will go to. I understand that this double driving part is very, very boring, so I give you some double time speed and see you at the garage. Here we go. Next up is bring the fishman to a safe location and then salvage salvation, for which you don't have to enter any vehicles at all. Then you have a maximum sprint, or when you press X rapidly. My favorite safe location is the safe house. Remember not to enter it at all costs, because the vehicles in memory will just fall down into grey hell and disappear because they are not marked. You can get the armor and some weapon supplies when you have already completed the, well, possibly 99 packages, but for me it's only 97. I could get the Doll's House one. But it's not worth it. In this mission, a sniper rifle is really helpful because it keeps the driver away from getting to the crusher, and once the driver is at the crusher, you have no chance on getting to the crusher before Salvatore gets crushed without entering a vehicle. So be warned.
Watch it, young man.
When you're around here, aim and shoot. Headshot. Boom. When they're onto you, they want to kill you, so you kill them and just take the car. Don't worry about this one because it's a mission vehicle and won't interfere with the vehicles you have in memory at the moment.
Is that you, Mr. Leone? It's me, Tony. Don't worry about a thing. I'm getting you out of there.
When you dupe, triple or quadruple this mission in the next cutscenes, more Tonys will spawn. If duped 2 Tonys, if tripled 3 times, I think you get the picture. Here you want to make sure that the vehicle that you have in memory is vehicle number 1, not vehicle number 2, because vehicle number 2 gets deleted when you enter another vehicle, and vehicle number 1 becomes vehicle number 2. To get a vehicle to vehicle number 1, you just enter 2 random cars, and then you enter the car that you want to make vehicle number 1. Pretty easy. So here is a PCJ and a Santos. I entered them both, and boom, you have seen absolutely nothing, but the fish van is at the moment neither.
Is that all you got, asshead?
Here I killed the hitman that wants to kill me. Now I entered the fish van to make it vehicle number 1. This is important because not the next mission, but the mission after that is the calm before the storm, and you absolutely need a vehicle to pass the second part of the mission, where you follow Massimo from the Diablos to the Triads. Because otherwise the Maverick will just disappear because it is too fast. The other parts can be done without entering any vehicles. This mission is pretty fun because in the opening cutscene, when you get to the roof, there is a black normal sentinel, and when you actually go down while the mission is on and Salvatore's there, you can see Mafia Sentinel. If anyone cared, this Sentinel is actually unique colored, and you should be able to get it by just starting a mission or something when the cutscene is on, but nobody ever cared about this vehicle because there are better ones. For example, heavy, bulletproof, pop-proof, damage-proof. I think Sentinels can spawn in Firefighter 2, so there is the chance that you can get a tip-proof run. And here was the Mafia Sentinel. A flamethrower is very useful in this mission because the enemies are in small groups, which can be eliminated very fast by just using the flamethrower. The police car is scripted and one of them has a shotgun. When you snipe them dead and enter the police car, you will not be able to leave the police car until the drive has finished and the normal cop would get out. So technically you can kill the policeman, the cop, and the police car will drive without him. Pretty cool if you ask me. Okay, here you can see the next mission is calm before the storm. As I said earlier, don't look around for a vehicle too early because you can actually get to the mansion, and there's always a PCJ 600 and Mafia Sentinel on the way. I find the Sanchez pretty cool, convenient. I'll take it. Go to the marker and just pass the mission like normal. But yeah, watch out as always not to enter too many vehicles. By too many, I mean any other vehicle. At this point, sometimes the triads stay after the cutscene and they don't disappear, so you can kill them, but it won't change anything in the storyline. Pretty funny though. If you kill them, there would be nobody that can inform the other Diablos about the meeting. So the mission where the Leonis get ambushed in the red light district should never happen. Also, a sick wheelie over there. In this mission you can actually get the fireproof unique color 2 unique Maverick, and when you start Taxi Driver at a different point around here, you can get full money, but this is not pretty useful because you don't need the ammunition. And if you would need it, the side missions and missions provide enough money. Imagine you have too much money and you want to lose it all, so it becomes 0. You can also start, I think it was Taxi Driver, in the mission Shoot the Messenger. It will give you an insane amount of money, and after the money flow has ended, you'll have absolutely no money at all. And you can't even buy anything at the ammunition, so it's not just a display glitch. Well, after this mission is done, the next one is the Made Man, where the bike damage proof conversion number 2 is. Also there's a fireproof Mafia Sentinel in this mission. And JD, he looks pretty cool when he's a dead pet and you dupe the mission, because then he leaves the car and you can see that his legs well, I don't want to spoil you, so I either put a link into the description or you can find out yourself what happens if you dupe the mission when JD is dead.
Chill out. Tony, I tell you, I can't believe this is happening. Finally, Tony, to be a made man.
The strategy for this part is to get the Mafia Sentinel to Mickey's house, and then when you're told to dump the car into a river, you drive to Vincenzo's place, and when you're there, you dump it there, because you don't have to walk all the way from another location to the next mission marker. And again, entering a vehicle is like risking the fish van to disappear. Cops are very annoying in the mission, because when you try to lose them, it helps nothing at all. They just see you and you get your 2-star wanted level back. I wonder what would happen if you started the mission with on mission 0 and like started Avenging Angel when you're told to jump the car in a river. Okay, phone call waiting. But he is going to call. Just a matter of time. The next mission is then Portland Chainsaw Massacre. The only thing you have to watch out in this mission is not to die, as the fish run is too far away to be affected by this mission. When you take it with you here, it's most likely going to disappear, but when you just copy my method, nothing will happen. I wonder if anyone has ever tried Chainsaw Massacre duping results or something similar. Might have cool extras. Well, pretty straightforward. You just kill all the Leonis that try to kill you. In the end, when Vincenzo spawns, there's a funny thing you can do with him. You can throw a Molotov cocktail at him, and he will go crazy and run after you, trying to burn you. I try this using a flamethrower, but unfortunately he's not interested in doing the same thing. And it is boring running time. Or in other words, speed up. See ya soon. Okay, back. This mission explains why in GTA 3 the Diablos cruise around the red light district, but not the Leones. Pretty sad, to be honest, but it's just a game. This mission can once again be done on foot, just like the upcoming mission. Or can it? I'm not sure, but we'll see. Well, it should be. Yeah, it is, my bad. The mission after Syndaku Sabotage is the trouble with the Triads. It can be done on foot, but you have to watch out for the unique handling Triad Fish vans. Unique handling doesn't really glister on any cars, so there is no really need to obtain them. You could just for completeness, I guess. The mission that comes after the trouble with Triads is trying Mr. Leone. But we'll get to it when it's time for them. So yeah, just kill the Diablos and watch out not to accidentally kill the Leones, because it kinda hurts when you like kill your own guys. Anyways, this mission is very hard to actually fail when you try not to fail it. Wow, what a sentence.
Idiots.
Like, take a look at this whole thing. The Leones, they lost like a quarter of their population of their group, and the Diablos lost none. But when Tony joined in, the Diablos lost all of their men, but the Leones only 4/5, yeah, around that.
Fucking cold pussy, y'all. You ever tried the sausages and gases? This mad ignorant Travis, man. Almost got his wallet. There's a burger shop around here someplace. Need more starch.
Yeah, middle of crisis. when you're actually fast enough in collecting the cash, the heavy tip-proof unique-colored tube Bentley will spawn in the runway, and you can pass the mission while obtaining it. I decided to shoot the moon here because it's an old glitch. I think it was discovered pretty soon after the release of GTA 3 and so on. Okay, it's speed up time again. Sorry about letting you wait. If you would enter this marker whilst driving a vehicle, the vehicle will be parked, damaged, heavily damaged, besides you. Well, this is basic stuff. You just collect the cash and try not to die, which is very easy if you have firefighter completed. But it can be difficult when you haven't done this yet. So, firefighter is an easy mission, takes around 9 minutes on mobile, 15 minutes or 12 minutes on PlayStation Portable. Nothing too hard. Do that before you attempt to get such a vehicle. The Triad Fish vans you see there, those are unique handling. Unique handling doesn't work on normal cars in this game, or maybe it does, but nobody has realized how it works. So technically those are unique, or those are special, but it has no use because their best form would be, well, unique handling that doesn't work, damage proof, pop proof. Making them all proof, tip proof would remove the unique handling again. So you could just take a normal Triad Fish van for this.
Something in your eye? Look how nice your face. You wanna dance? Huh, man? Let's go. You wanna spit skull?
Here I think, here I hope that the Bentley is heavy, but In the first few seconds it seems like it is heavy, but then I can rotate it very easily, and this is how I know it's not special besides the unique color. Fun thing, the Triad Fish fans actually stayed there after I passed the mission and started the next one. But I wouldn't use them because I have my own. Before that, Salvatore is a bitch and calling for a car because he's not planning on walking out of here. Yeah, kinda annoying.
We're gonna need a car.
This is the first time I got so far, and this is why I tried to make the Triad Fish van damage proof with a Salvatore, but it doesn't work. I realized that very soon, and then I know I will have to see the site before the flight for this task. And well, you can see the black smoke that the Triad Fish van produces, so it's not a good thing to use while you have a 3-star wanted level and while it is not damage proof. Well, at least it is bulletproof, but in this game nobody shoots you anyways. So I try to get out, but Salvatore gets out too, and before I lose the fish van I just continue without having it damage proof. But I will show this in the end of the video, so if you're interested in that, well, you can either skip to the end or just keep watching.
What the hell are you doing? Tony, we're gonna need a car.
Imagine me bumping into that fish van and it blowing up. Oh gosh, I think this would be a reason to rage quit very soon. For some reason I like to change the settings to set up one here. It feels better in this mission, but in other missions I prefer setup 2. Personal preference, I guess.
Jesus Christ, the cops are crawling all over this place. Get us the fuck out of here. Take his legs out.
At least I don't get fucking busted here. That would be horrible. And well, another reason to rage quit. Good thing there's this wall that I can drive over. It makes things easier. No police spawns, but there's still the risk that you fall into the water, or Salvatore falls into the water when you accidentally drive into a tree or a street light. Wow, that was bad.
We're gonna need everything this piece of shit's got. Punch it, Tony. Oh, shit. I knew I could triple.
Ooh, what a jump.
Now listen, I know a safe place where we can both lie low for a while. Come on, let's go.
So the rest of the video will be bring the fish van to Stone Island, and then I realized that it is not pop-proof, and then I pop-proof it and I damage-proof it. So in the end I have an happy damage-proof, bulletproof, pop-proof Triad Fish van.
Yeah, this is the place.
Someone said that you get teleported out of your vehicle in this cutscene, and as you just have seen, you don't. Masked assassins are somewhat useless. They can't really kill you if you watch out and well, don't do nothing. And at least they give you armor. You can take the ferry if you fear your vehicle while dying on the way back to Staunton, or if you think you can't make it. But I think it didn't come to my mind, so I took the bridge and tried to not screw up, like falling over, tipping it, falling onto the sides. Bad things happen when you do that. Also, that biker, whew, it shocked me. I think at this point I would just, well, push the wreck to the garage if it blew up, hoping it wouldn't disappear. I think you can kind of feel the relief. Even now when I'm commentating, it feels so good. And it is finally start. Oh god, that took ages. Oh, it is completely bulletproof. So beautiful. But then, when I shoot the tires, nothing happens. So I think I could demonstrate it with the sniper. But, boom. It's not pop-proof. So yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. and decide to save the fish van before anything bad happens. And in the next run I will make it damage proof and pop proof. So it is a real good recall.